Alrighty, here's an update on the shelter. I decided to run a couple pieces of PVC as the bed frame, and then now the idea of using these smaller ones as braces. So here's what I'm doing. I cut little notches and tied the PVC to the actual shelter. Then I used brick to hold up the centerpiece, and this one is 1.5 inches. I think that may be 2 inches. It's a little bit bigger, but I had to piece what I had, so that's what happened. Now these smaller ones, I've decided what I'm going to do is lay them across like this. What I'm going to do is divot in the PVC, and then these are going to rest into it. And then I'm just going to use all-purpose PVC cement to hold them together, and that's going to make my bed frame. So I'll do a few of them for you on camera, and I'll get back with you here in a second. So here's my my idea. I'm just going to notch the PVC on both sides all the way down on either side, and then these smaller pieces will fit in just like this, and then I'll use the PVC cement, and I'll create a bed frame. So this is going to take a considerable amount of time, and I'm not going to bore you guys with sitting here watching me do the whole thing, but I'll bring you back from time to time. Alrighty, well, step one is complete. I have the holes, or divots, or whatever you want to call them, done on the first hole. So I'll mark the second one, and they're marked about every 6 inches. I went ahead and got a yardstick out and decided I would try to keep them uniformed, but they're about every 6 inches I have a divot. So we'll do the back one, and I'll get right back with you. Alrighty, well, it's getting late, and I didn't come up with this idea until pretty late in the day, and I just started. So what I'm going to do is brush this stuff off, and I'll get right back. Alrighty, so I'm going to use some of this purple primer. On that side, and on the back. Alrighty, got that on there. I'm trying to stay out of camera view. I don't have my shirt on, and I don't want to subject my viewers to such horridness. So anyway, the primer's on there. Put a little primer on either side of this here. So my prepperness was kicking in, and I love PVC. So I was really trying to find a good way to add PVC to this, and I found it. So, and here we go. So I'll put some some all-purpose cement glue on here. along around these edges. There we go. Get this side here. Alrighty. Yeah. And stick that on there and just let it sit. So I'm gonna let that dry. So it's getting pretty late. Hopefully you can see that. We're gonna let that dry. I may end up wrapping it with cordage anyway, but right now I think it's gonna be good enough. Alrighty, so it's been a little rainy today. You might be able to hear the rain hit the tarp. But right now I have little patio slabs of type sitting on the back end holding it down so that it doesn't fly around in the wind and the rain. Alrighty, so, and right now with the sides, what I did was I just cut the tarp and then fixed the sides there, and I used a little, well, a pretty good sized paper clip to hold the side together right now. That way I still got open area if I want. I'll eventually get to the point where, you know, I'll put wood or something along the side, but right now we're going to talk about the frame. So now it's morning time, so we can show you it's holding good, and it doesn't have to, you know, it's not something that I have to have hold fantastic. I just wanted it held in there, and I'm going to put a sheet of plywood or something over top of it to create the bed. So here's a look from the outside here. I've got my chair sitting where my bed is at for now. I've still got those pieces of PVC pipe, my yardstick, and I'm working on it. It's looking nice. I like it. And there's my campfire. It's gonna work really well. It's gonna be a nice base camp.